Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in. My name is Bradley, also known as the swim coach. And today it's deadline day. It's an 11th o'clock deadline day. Okay. So you haven't got long. Okay. Um, Today also we've activated our bench boost. So let's get into my team, ladies and gentlemen. So my team, here are my goalkeepers and my defenders. So we got Pickford in goal. Against Liverpool, yeah, okay, but I have got my bench boost activated, so it doesn't matter where I put him in the old way. Um, then I've gone Gahey, okay, against Arsenal, got double game week. So that's one of the reasons why I've got him in. Gabriel against Man City, yes, okay, it can be a bit of a tricky one for Arsenal. I'm hoping that it could either be a boring 0-0 game, or it could be a 2-2 with hopefully Gabriel getting a goal. So that'd be quite nice. Uh, Mendes, again, same for Gahey, double game week. So it's trying to get that in. I didn't want to have too many people having double game weeks purely because of the following game week 34. We're going to have a bit of a problem with that thing. Um, then we've got Virgil van Dijk against Everton. Big game. Um, I'm hoping that both teams play the same, and I hope it's going to be just like the Arsenal game, bit of a boring game, I hope, but it'll probably be entertainment back and forwards, knowing me. Um, our defenders, our midfielders, we've got Simeo as our captain. Um, Again, just like Gay, that double game week. Man City will have another double game week coming up. So that's where I'm probably going to use my triple captain. So we're going to look at that throughout. Bruno Fernandes against Chelsea. Okay, fine. Oh, actually, with the Man City plays, yes, it's going to be hard against Arsenal, but they've got an away game at Burnley afterwards, so that could be an interesting one as well. Declan Rice, I think we're going to get some defensive contribution for him. That's why he's in the team. Uh, Gibbs White against Burnley at home. Hopefully, that could be a nice little one, and that probably may actually see Burnley get relegated as well. Um, Then we go Strand Larson and Bowen. Okay, yes, they're playing each other, so that'd be quite interesting. Um, Bowen's been doing really well. Strand Larson hasn't as much, but I thought I'll just keep him on. But then we'll see. Now we've got Kelliger, who, if I didn't have my double game week, I would my bench boost. I would probably had him on the pitch instead of Pickford. Then we've got Danny Welbeck. Yes, it is against Spurs and against Chelsea, but they're big games. And as an ex-Arsenal player, he would probably want to see Spurs get relegated, so that'd be quite nice. Um, then we go with the Bournemouth players, Sinia and Scott, who again have double game weeks away at Newcastle, home to Leeds. So the Leeds game will be a bit of a tough. Actually, both games will be a bit tough. Eddie Howe going back to Bournemouth could be an interesting one as well. Bournemouth are on a bit of a high at the moment, so that's one of the reasons why I've got them in. Let me just save my team actually to make sure. Um, and here are your fixtures, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to quickly have a little look at the top players coming. Calvert-Lewin is one of the top ones as well. I'm expecting Haaland to probably be the top captain as well. So that could be interesting as well. But as I did say, it is dominated with the um, the Leeds, the Man City, the Bournemouth, and even Chelsea players. Quite a couple of Brighton. There are a lot of players in this top listing that have got that double game week. The top player who hasn't got the double game week is Thiago, who probably will be one of my players for next game week. So he'll probably be up there on the next game week. Um, Bowen I've already got, so it's quite nice. Nico Williams could be a nice little person to have in for next game week, especially with their okay, not so afterwards, but Nico Williams could be. Mateta could be a good one. Only is against Liverpool, but there are good games after that as well for him. Um, so just have a look. Even Rogers and New Villa will be a good option to have for game week 34, 35, and 36. So that's something for you guys out there to have a look at and just pay attention to. Um, Bruno Fernandes is up there as well. Callum Wilson would be there. Watkins will be. Um, even some Arsenal players would be up there for that double game, but for the game week 34, but it is against Newcastle. So, yes, but I would like it for the Fulham West Ham um, Burnley game. And Palace is the last game I think Arsenal's are. Yes, Palace last game of the season. Palace could actually help us out because they've still got to play Man City, and also Bournemouth has still got to play Man City, so they can also help the mighty Arsenal out as well. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, they are your fixtures for Man City remaining. So keep a closer eye on that as well and see if you can plan. Even Brentford at home could be interesting. Everton away, maybe, depending. But I also think, if I remember rightly, double check something. I'm sure the FA Cup final is on is going to be on one of those game weeks. So let's see what day it is. 16th of May. So if Man City get through, that Bournemouth game is going to be rearranged as well. So they're going to have a lot of games that they've got to catch up to as well. So they've got that one and that one that they're going to push around and see where they've got to fit them in. So I reckon that Bournemouth game may get moved earlier into game week 36 as well. So that could be something interesting. And then also the Palace game may be somewhere midweek after this as well. So they're going to be literally having a lot of games coming up in a short period of time. So that means that could be very interesting for Man City. It could also help Arsenal out with the league. So everyone pay attention for that, ladies and gentlemen. But you also want to go back and have a watch of my video about talking about which players to look out for this game week. The video is going to be up here. And ladies and gentlemen, good luck for game week 33. Goodbye from now.